Paramahams Saprayacharya Ashtadada Satta Shri Shrima. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramahams Saprayacharya Ashtadada Satta Shri Shrima. His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Harirastaku Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasade Gola Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinang Shama Kum Radha Kum Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Shri Jagnapuri Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Chamuna Mai Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai, Transcendental Prasada Distribution Ki Jai, Harinama Sankirtan Ki Jai, ISKCON Yutogadam Ki Jai. Nitai gold of permanently Haribo Haribo. Oh, glories to the somebody bodies, Hare Krishna. Oh, glories to the somebody bodies, Hare Krishna. Oh, glories to the somebody bodies, Hare Krishna. Oh, glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tattochayam Uditayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, Chapter 6, Text number 29. Tatas te bratara ime prajanam patayo nava ayajam vyaktam avyaktam purusham susamahita. Tataste pradata ime prajanam patayo nava ayancham vyaktam avyaktam purusham susamahita. Tataste pratara ime Prajanam patayo nava ayacham vyaktam avyaktam purusham susamahita. Tataste pratara ime prajana patayo nava ayacham vyaktam avyaktam Purusham susamahita. Tataste bratanaime Purusham susamahita. Pusha Susamahitam. Purusham Susamahitam Tataste Prataraime Vajana Patayo Namah Ayancha Vyaktam Avyaktam Purusham Susamahitam. Vaishnavis, Tataste Pratanaime Tataha, thereafter, te yo, bratarat, brothers, ime, this, prachanam, of the living creatures, pataya, masters, nava, 9, ayajam, performed, vyaktam, manifested, avyaktam, non-manifested, purusham, personalities, susamahita, with proper rituals. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. My dear son, thereafter, your 9 brothers who are the master of living creatures performed the sacrifice with proper rituals to satisfy both the manifested and non-manifested personalities. Purport. The manifested personalities are the demigods, like the ruler of the heavenly kingdom, Indra, and his associates. And the non-manifested personality is the Lord Himself. The manifested personality are mundane controllers of the material affairs, whereas the non-manifested personality of Godhead is transcendental, beyond the range of the material atmosphere. In this age of Kali, the manifested demigods are also not to be seen, for space travel has completely stopped. So both the powerful demigods and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are non-manifested to the covered eyes of the modern man. Modern men want to see everything with their eyes, although they are not sufficiently qualified. Consequently, they disbelieve in the existence of demigods or the Supreme God. They should see through the page of authentic scriptures and should not simply believe the unqualified eyes. Even in these days, God can also be seen by qualified eyes tinged with the ointment of love of God. Om Jnanatiminandasya Jnananjana Sharakayat Chakshu Uminitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtan Stapidan Yena Bhutare Swayanupan Kadamahyan Dadati Swam Padandikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Gurung Vaishnavanscha. Shri Rupan Sakrachatam Sahagana Rakunata Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam. Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kamchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavan Nishwari Vishabhanu Stude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakau Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasade Gaura Bhakta Vinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tataste Bratara ime Prachanam Patayo Nava Ayajam Vyaktam Avyaktam Purusham Su Samahita. So, my dear son, thereafter your 9 brothers, who are the master of living creatures, performed the sacrifice with proper rituals to satisfy both the manifested and non-manifested personalities. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he was mentioning that in this age of Kali, the manifested demigods are also not to be seen, for space travel has completely stopped. So this means that although in this age of Kali, the space travel has completely stopped, but the space travel was there in the previous age, right? So, in the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, when Parikshit Maharaj got the news that he is going to die by snake bird within 7 days. So, upon receiving this news, Maharaj Parikshit immediately he sat down on the bank of the Ganges. So at the same time, the news has spread in all directions of the universe. And the great-minded sages who could follow the importance of the occasion all arrived there on the plea of pilgrimage. So the news has spread all over the universe. And all the great-minded sages, they all came on to this earthly planet. So that means, space travel was there at that time. And in the next verse, Srila Prabhupada, actually it is mentioned so many names of the great sages. In the first canto, chapter 19, 10, verse 9 and 10, it is said here, from different parts of the universe, there arrived great sages like Atri, Chavana, Sharadvam, Arishtanemi, Brigu, Vaishishta, Parashara, Vishvamitra, Angira, Parashuram, Vutatya, Indra Pramada, and Itmavahu, Medatiti, Devala, Ashtishena, Bharadvija, Gotama, Pipalada, Maitreya, Ova, Kavasha, Kumbhayoni, Dvaipayana, and the great personality Narada Muni. So many, great sages, they all came to this earthly planet. And specifically in the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he was mentioning the great sage Bhrigu Muni. Yeah. Prabhupada, he was saying that Bhrigu Muni, he could travel in space like Devasa Muni, Narada Muni, and others. Yeah. And he used to visit all planets of the universe. We all know that Narada Muni, he can travel without the help of any, spaceship. Yeah. It's all, mystical. But in this in the purport of this word, today's word, it is said that, but in this age of Kali, the space travel has completely stopped. Yeah. It's not possible now. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada was also mentioning that modern man want to see everything with their eyes, although they are not sufficiently qualified. And consequently, they disbelieve in the existence of God. Actually, many times, people will challenge the devotees by asking, where is God? Can you show me God? People always challenge the devotees like that. Actually, Prabhupada, he had very nice, description about this. In the journey of self-discovery, actually it is from one of the lecture in 1972. Prabhupada, he was giving a lecture here in Los Angeles. It is said here, Vedic literature is unique among all world's scriptures because it details a practical process by which anyone can purify his or her consciousness and see God face to face. In this lecture delivered in Los Angeles on August 15, 1972, Srila Prabhupada explains one must actually be very eager to see God. One must be very serious and think, yes, I have been informed about God. So, if there is God, I must see Him. And then Prabhupada quoted the verse, Tachat dahana munayo, sorry, jnana vairagya yuktaya, pashanti atmani chatmanam, bhaktya sruta grihitaya. That means the seriousness, inquisitive student or sage, well equipped with knowledge and detachment, realize the absolute truth by rendering devotional service in terms of what he has heard from the Vedic literature, Vedanta Shruti. This verse is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam 1, 2, and 12. And then Prabhupada, he said, people sometimes ask, have you seen God? Or can you show me God? Sometimes we meet these questions. So the answer is yes, I'm seeing God. And you can also see God. Everyone can see God, but you must have the qualification. Just like this morning, I was, discussing this point with Ravindra Prabhu. And Ravindra Prabhu, he was giving me a example. Just like you want to see the President of the United States. The President of the United States, he's there. But it is not that you want to see him, then you can see him. No, you have to be qualified. Yeah, you have to have some qualification. Yeah. You cannot just, say, bring the President of the United States here. I want to see him. You can't say like that. Yeah. So you have to be qualified in order to see the President of the United States. What to speak of God? So therefore, Prabhupada, he said here, you must have the qualification. Suppose something is wrong with a motor car. Prabhupada, he was giving an example here. Yeah, suppose something is wrong with a motor car. It is not running. Everyone is seeing it, but a mechanic sees it differently. He is qualified to see it, with greater understanding. So he replaced some missing part, and immediately the car runs. But although foreseeing a machine will require so much qualification, we want to see God without any qualification. Just see the folly. People are such rascals, they are such fools that they want to see God without their imagined qualifications. And then Prabhu, he was telling us a very nice story of a thief. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a professional reciter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. He was, reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam. And he was describing that Krishna is very highly decorated with all kinds of jewels. Decorated with all kinds of jewels. Gold ornaments, pearls, all kinds of jewels. And when he goes to tend the cows in the forest, so Krishna will decorate all the body with all kinds of jewels to go to the forest and tend the cows. So the thief was there in that, Bhagavatam class. And he thought, as soon as the thief heard it like that, he thought, why not let me go to Vrindavan and plunder this boar? So he was thinking like that. So the thief, he was thinking that this boar in the forest with so many valuable jewels, so I should go there and catch the child and take all the jewels. That's that was the intention of the thief. And he became very, very serious. So he made up his mind, I definitely have to go to Vrindavan and definitely have to go and catch this boar. And as soon as I, catch this boar, I can immediately, become millionaire by stealing all his jewelries. Because the thief has so strong desire. So he came to Vrindavan and he found Krishna there. And then when he see Krishna, he was really attracted by Krishna's beautiful, smiling face. And actually, in the beginning, he was flattering, this boy Krishna, saying, "Oh, you are such a beautiful, nice boy." He was flattering this boy, Krishna, like that. And he thought that by flattering him, he would easily take all the jewels of Krishna. And then after flattering Krishna a while, then he revealed his real purpose. And he said, "May I take some of your ornaments?" He asked, Krishna. And Krishna said, No, because my mother will become very angry. Yeah, I can't give you the jewel. Krishna, he prayed like a child like that, Yeah. So the thief become more and more eager, for Krishna to give him the jewels. And then by the association, with Krishna, the thief become purified. But at this point, Krishna finally agreed, okay, you can take my jewel. Yeah, Krishna agreed. But because, by the association of Lord Krishna, the thief got purified. And, he didn't take any of the jewel. Yeah. And Prabhu, he was also giving the example of the gopis here. Yeah. The gopis are another example of great eagerness to see Krishna. Yeah. You know, as soon as Krishna blowing his flute, all the gopis immediately came and meet Krishna. They immediately stopped all their household activities. You know, some of the gopis, they may cook for their husband, and some of them, they may probably feeding, the babies. They are all engaged in all kinds of activities. But as soon as they heard the fruit of Krishna, immediately they left all their household activities. And even some of them, they were caught by their relatives, like brothers or, like that. Because they do not want them to go. And then, due to the separation with Krishna, they left the body like that, Yeah. So Prabhupada, he was comment here that this eagerness is required. We must be very, very eager to see Krishna. Now, many gopis who were forcefully stopped from going to Krishna lost their lives because of the great feelings of separation. So this eagerness is wanted. Then you can see God. Whether you are lusty or a thief or a murderer or whatever it may be, somehow or other, you must develop this eagerness, this desire. I must see Krishna. Then Krishna will be seen. Yeah. The first thing Krishna is looking for is how eager you are to see him. Krishna will respond. If you are actually eager to see Krishna, whether you are lusty or you want to steal his ornaments or some way or other, you have become attracted to Krishna, then it is sure your efforts will be successful. Yeah. So I just stop here. Are there any questions and comments? Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Haribo. Thank you.